Hey there, happy Sunday to you guys. Tomorrow is Monday, Fresh Start Monday. Every time, it's so funny because I can't see very good on here, but I can sure see one hair sticking up. Sometimes I think it's my, I have this desk back here and a Post-it note. Really shows up. Anyway, these things that stick up on top to kind of keep, like if you want to put books there or something. I think that's my hair sometimes, but I can kind of see sometimes when I'm going a little astray. Hello, I have some black coffee deep down in there. I don't know if you can see it. Got some left. I have this little tiny coffee pot. I'm the only one that's drinking coffee right now. My husband used to drink like 2 pots a day and he's trying to cut back. So I just do that. But usually I don't drink the whole entire little tiny pot, but I have today somehow, some way. Sometimes I guess just works out that way. So I just wanted to say hello. I hope you guys are doing well. I have everything done. I don't have anything on my lips. I actually took the foundation off my lips, you know, so like I always say, so you can tell I even have lips. So I can tell I have lips. And I was just going to, I have all completely ready, primed, eyes primed, and everything is ready to go for eyeshadow. So I was going to use the Maybelline 10Q, which is Mocha Nation from Maybelline. I really like this one. I think I'm going to try and use all the colors. But I did put some strobing stick up here, but I'm going to go over it with this light color right here. It's very light. It's not, it's pretty matte, really. So tell me about you guys. Are you having a good weekend so far? You have the whole rest of the day. Maybe you're going to see this in the evening though. My weekend's been going pretty good. We're going to go over to my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law's house, the ones that we go over to watch Yellowstone, which is not on for, I don't know, till who knows when. So I'm going to put some of this on here. And every time we would go over there, like to watch Yellowstone. So I am tapping off on this. I'll try and tap off on this part because I don't have so many hands that I can pick up the little mirror to do it too. Anyway, what am I getting at? Oh, they would always give us like little snacks and stuff, which is so sweet. And so we just wanted to, you know, do something nice for them. I think they enjoy us coming over, obviously. They want us to come over, but, you know, so we're going to make some dinner. My husband's smoked some tri-tip. I'm going to make this recipe for Southern macaroni and cheese. Never had it before, and I don't know why I do that. I was telling my sister-in-law, oh, I'll make this macaroni and cheese, Southern macaroni and cheese. It's supposed to be really good, but I've never actually had it, so I could be wrong. And yet, that's what they'll be expecting. It's kind of funny. So, sorry. Did I show you? I'm using this one now. I like this little palette. It's the one that I've had for a long time, and I never, you know, I probably had it for 2 years or something. And thought I would try it, and yes, it's a good one for me. This color is a good little base color, I think. It looks kind of like I'm going all the way up, but I'm not. See, I skim that whiter part. I do like to put this underneath my eyes too. Just go all the way across just to get a little of that color under. And I'm going to use, I don't like the gray in the crease, so I'm going to put some gray, this gray right here, on the lid. But what am I going to use? I'm going to use my Let It Go brush again. I'm tapping really lightly. I wasn't holding my mirror, otherwise I would tap off on the mirror. You can kind of see the gray. I'm going to put a little more. So one thing that this recipe calls for is smoked cheese. And you can go online and just put in Southern macaroni and cheese. I don't know anyone that's made it. I just saw it. And actually, I don't even know where I saw it exactly. I just took a screenshot of it. So if you want to try it, it's Southern macaroni and cheese. And my husband would make smoked macaroni and cheese. And I don't think he used smoked cheese because it was actually being smoked. But this is not being smoked. How many times have I said smoked? I'm going to put a little of that color underneath my eyes as well. Some of this little gray right here. But now I'm holding this, so I'll tap off on that. Oops, what am I doing? And so this has smoked cheese in it. So we will see. It's got a few different cheeses. So that's what it's looking like so far. And I'm going to, this brush right here with the one that kind of comes to a little bit of a point, I'm going to use for the crease. And I'm going to use this color right here. And kind of go in the crease a little. I don't want to go real dark today or anything. You can see the difference. And then I will blend with my wonderful, amazing, fluffy brush. I'm going to go ahead and put some of that underneath my eye as well. But this time I'm going to use this brush. These are both from e.l.f. This is the one I usually use for underneath. But look at this one. Look at how, like, thin it is. I don't know if you can see if I do this. Maybe you can kind of see. Anyway, I'm going to use that one to apply the darker color underneath. And then I don't know if it was my last video or the one before, I learned to like blend that underneath as well. And it really makes a big difference. So that's about it. I'm going to use the fluffy brush and blend all this and make it look better. See the difference? Can you see the difference? Oh, you can see a difference. Okay, now I'm going to use this e.l.f. brush. So let me show you the difference. This is the one I use for underneath, and this is this one. There's a difference in how big they are. And I'm going to use this one to kind of blend all that underneath. I don't want it to look like I have black eyes, and I don't want this to look too out there. Well, I think it's okay. It's all right. So, how have you guys been doing with all of your staying focused and all that? I hope well. Good job if you have, and if you have not, start right now. Right now. All right. So I don't know if you can see, but it's a little in an area I'm just gonna kind of wipe this off tiny. I don't want to look like I have black eyes. It's just fallout, I guess. Today's kind of a quiet day for me. I did talk to my mom on the phone, which was really nice. I did read, and that was great. I've done so far everything I like to do in the morning, except that I still need to exercise. I think it's a little bit harder for me on the weekends. I don't know. I'm just starting, so how can I say that? I don't even know. So I'm going to make sure my hand's clean. I get a wipe. And wipe off my hand. So that I'm going to use some of my foundation to fit me. And just do this. I'm just doing this. I just touch it. And I just get enough. Know what I'm saying? All right. And then I'm just going to tap that underneath. This is probably what people would use concealer for. I don't really use concealer. Not that I never will. If I do, I'll do it with you guys. There, so it looks a little cleaner. It's probably not even something that you can see. This is, it says, so you know on the bottom, usually it'll say like that it's microwave safe and all that. And when I got home, it was in this cute little red box. I got home and I took it out of the box and I thought, oh no, I can't microwave this. I can't, because usually I don't microwave stuff, but if I get busy doing something and then I need to heat up my coffee or my tea, I do like the option of doing that, right? It didn't say anything on the bottom and I thought, oh gosh, I don't want to pour it out on myself, but you can see the bottom. Anyway, I read the box that said that it's microwave safe. I don't know. Made in China. Oh, wait. Oh. So let me choose what I'm going to wear on my, you know what I'm going to do? I haven't done this in a long time. And I don't want this to be a really long video because I think I made a long one recently. But I'm going to use some of that purple that I have that I don't use very often. This is the NYX Jumbo Stick, and it is the color... It's called Donut. It's that color. Starting to kind of lose the color. I'm going to just do it right directly on there because I don't care. I want it to be a little thicker, I think, of this color. And I'll blend it out. I kind of want it not as an eyeliner, but more for color. Let's see. I'm going to use my dense brush and see if I can work that out. Work it up a little. I need to kind of... Did that do anything? Kind of. I like it. I like it. All right, I'm going to come up close without you guys seeing too much of my... Okay, hopefully you saw that. Ooh. When I put this on my face, then it steamed it up. I couldn't see. I like that. It looks good with gray. Guess I don't really need to pull. I'm gonna put a little more on this side. A little up a little more. Alrighty. You do this side. I figure that the jumbo stick is a little, you know, heavy. In as far as blending goes, blending up. So I figure I need this dense brush to do that. I'm kind of making it a little bit smoky-ish with the purple or the donut. Why it's donut, I don't know. I'll take it. That sounds good to me. If I can't put it in my belly, I'll put it on my eyes. Yeah, I like it. Do you guys like it? Let me turn, no, I better not turn it that way. Okay, cool. It pays to try different things. I think it looks good. I just want to make sure that nothing looks fine. Okay, cool. Let's see, what else? Oh, okay, so now I'm going to use the black. I'm going to use this tattoo. Is that upside down? There we go. It was upside down. This is old. I don't even know if they make this anymore. It's still kind of moistish, sort of. So let me do this, I guess. I don't want this to be thick. I just want it to be kind of down by my lashes. And it looks like it's pretty good. I like it. I'm so blurry and I can tell. It's a little more defined on that side. Yay, yay, yay. I do want to go over and see the Pupinos today. The little runt that they have. Oh my God. Did I tell you guys about the little runt? My daughter really saved him because he was not doing well. Or he wasn't out of his little sack. Or something. I don't remember. She did a lot of different things. And he is so, I'm going to tell you about him again. I'm sorry if I already told you. But he's adorable. And I'll tell you some things about him. So he was the tiniest one. And he used to have to, I think I did tell you about it. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. But for those of you that don't know about the little runt feller. He, that's really thick on that side. Darn it. So, he had to fight for milk from his siblings. Because did I mention 10? For those of you that didn't know, 10 German Shepherd puppies. Anyway, my daughter, my son-in-law. So I'm going to use the Sky High in black. Maybelline Sky High in black. And they would like the bigger ones would kind of move him to the side and he'd kind of go flying. And he was just tiny. He would just be fighting. And, they would feed him. They would make sure he got in there and stuff, obviously, because he's still alive. And he's adorable and he's grown. But what's so cute is that he was the littlest one. And German Shepherds' ears come up naturally. They just come up straight, right? Well, when they're born, they're not like that. They're flopped and floppy. And all of the ears were like that. But out of all of the dogs, 2 times his size, his ears came up first. And then, which I think is so cool and cute. And I don't know. He's feisty, and that little but mighty type kind of thing. And then another thing is and I was there for this. It was so cute. All of them would be sleeping, they would all eat. And I'm talking about they would eat the dog food. This is when they're bigger, now. And when all of them are sleeping, because they would kind of roughhouse with each other, some of them, just that naturally starts happening. And he would wait until they were all asleep. And then he would come up to him and be all come on, let's play, while they were asleep, because it was almost like he knew that he couldn't really play that way with them when they're awake because they're so much bigger than him. And so all of these puppies, there'd be 9 babies laying there sleeping, big babies, and there he is going around all prancing around, and it was so adorable. Anyway, he's cutie. He might have somebody wanting him. Supposedly they're gonna come and see him on Wednesday. So, I just want you guys to know that my son-in-law and my daughter did not intend to have babies. They, they were negligent as far as letting the dogs be together or whatever, but, they did not mean for this to happen. Because there's a lot of animals out there who don't have homes, and they know that. So it wasn't, they just, but at the same time, well, at the same time, it happens. Things happen. So, and sometimes you can be the most careful you can be, and it just takes a moment, and that is what happened. My son-in-law turned his back for a moment and turned back around, and so anyway, they if they had to do it over again, I think who's to say? The sweet little puppies are here, so you can't really say we wouldn't do that, or anyway, I just want to let you guys know that. And so I pray that these little babies will live in homes where they're loved and well taken care of, and never gotten rid of, but people keep them for all their life, and that they are well taken care of and loved, and everything that animal lovers want for dogs. Anyway, the little runt guy, what an adorable little feller. I mean, he would have died if obviously they had to intervene with him, make sure he got on and on the teat. And also they kind of fed him also some supplement stuff too. So anyway, I'm just going to run to the store and get some smoked cheese, because that's the only cheese that we don't have for our mac and cheese. This looks kind of pretty. I want you guys to see. I hope you like it. It's pretty with the gray, that kind of purpley. Can you even see? Maybe. Let me know if you have any pets. I was telling you before that the very first video that I ever made, which was like 10 years ago, and I look so much younger. Oh my gosh. The very first video, I'm holding our little dog. Her name is Champy. Her name is Champion, but we call her Champy. And it was my son's dog when he was like 4 or 5 years old. And so I think she was 7 then, because she's almost 18 now. She'll be 18 in June. So anyway, if you want to see our little dog, she doesn't look the same exactly. She's a lot whiter in the face, and she has cataracts. So, but we have our animals. All of our animals, we've always had, you know, their whole entire lives. It's not been easy sometimes. One time we had 3 big dogs at one time, and 2 of them were, when I met my husband, I had a dog it was kind of a rescue situation. It was a friend of mine who had him and didn't want him anymore, so I took him. Wonderful dog. And then together we got a dog, and then we were given a dog. Hey, can you keep her for a little while we figure things out with this other dog that we have? Sure. Never would take her back. So she was kind of a rescue too, because what would have happened to her? So anyway, we had 3 big dogs. That was quite something, I must say. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys about the time that should I tell you now? I'll just tell you now. So before our youngest children were born, we just had the 2 older girls who are 10 and 11 years older than the younger ones. And we used to go up in the mountains just for fun. I'll just tell you this really quick. And we were up there because, you know, we did not have much money. I mean, obviously we didn't, what could I say that we didn't do? Well, let me just say this. Even if we had all the money in the world, we liked being outside. We liked the mountains. So the 4 of us would go to the mountains, and the kids and my husband would like run up hills and come back down, and they would just have a really good time. And we had 2 dogs at this time. So we had the dog that I had when I first met my husband, and then we had the dog that we got together. So the dog that I had when I first met my husband, he was half Springer Spaniel and half Siberian Husky. He was amazing. And then together, my husband's grandfather used to raise Rottweilers, and he was given a Rottweiler that had an eye problem, which we got fixed. And so we had a Rottweiler. So we had these 2 dogs, and we would take them, and they would run up the hill and have a good time too. Anyway, we had a truck, and the dogs were in the back in the shell, and the girls were in the little back seat, because it was like one of those little trucks that has a little tiny back seat. And we're driving along the road up in the mountains, and there's this dog standing in the middle of the road. And if you have ever been to Disneyland, if you've ever been to the Haunted Mansion, and there's that man standing there with that super, super skinny dog, and the man's like holding the lantern, and he's scared, and he's holding the lantern, and the dog down, you know, at his feet, standing there, is extremely, extremely skinny. That's what this dog looked like. I've never seen an animal look so skinny before in my life. So we had driven past there. We had gone up and played around and did different things. Now we were driving back home, and there she is standing in the middle of the road. So we stopped the truck. My husband got out, and I don't know if I got out or not. It was a little bit scary because we don't know this dog. And she had what looked like, her teats looked like they were full of milk either, or not full of milk, but like her nipples and stuff did not look like a normal dog. So we knew that she had probably had puppies somewhere, and was up there starving, you know. And I think there was snow, if I can remember correctly. Anyway, she was a Walker Hound. She, I don't know if you know what a Walker Hound is. We didn't know it at the time, but we ended up taking her to the vet and stuff, and they told us she was a Walker Hound. And this dog had like 2-inch wide by 12 inches long, or a little bit longer, scar all along her side. It was so big. It was the biggest scar I've ever seen. And she had some small scars everywhere. Old scars. But she didn't look very old. So anyway, my husband tried to like follow her, and she was very timid, and she was not, you know, aggressive or anything. She just looked worn out. And he followed her around and looked for puppies, and we couldn't find any. So we put her in the car or in the truck, and she, like, as soon as we put her in the truck, she collapsed. Like, she didn't even hold her head up. She was just like so tired. We took her home, and I had made a roast like the night before, and we had leftovers. And we had this porch in the front of this house that was all enclosed, but it was a porch. And of course, we don't know this dog, but we want to help her. And we gave her roast, and she ate roast and everything. And at the time, we had the 2 girls, and they are my husband's daughters from a previous marriage, and they needed to go to their mother's house. So we left to take them to their mother's house. We came back, and we heard like a little cry, and we're like, what is that? We didn't even know she was pregnant, because she was not big in her belly, but she had nipples like a pregnant dog, or like a dog that's already had babies. And we turned the light on, and she was having babies, and she ended up having 9 puppies that night. And we named her Esther, and I don't know why I could cry right now. Sorry, we named her Esther. She had all of her babies. They were very healthy. They all went to homes, and we kept her until the day she died. She was a good girl, and I'm so thankful that we had her. She lived a long time. And so those are 3 dogs that we had at one time, big dogs, without searching to have 3 big dogs. You know what I mean? 2 big dogs were plenty. And anyway, so that's that story. Now later, after Esther died, oh no, I'm sorry. That was the time we had 3 dogs. Then later, because we've been married 31 years. Okay. So later we ended up having all those sweet, wonderful doggies had passed, and we ended up having a boy dog who was half golden retriever and half black lab. He was the sweetest boy. And that's when we were given that dog. Hey, can you keep her for a while? And she ended up being ours. Or that family that somehow people leave things with, I guess. Our cats that we have are the same way. So anyway, that's just a little story. You guys probably have stories like that yourselves. I think a lot of people do. Anyway, so, I wanted to get on here and just hang out with you guys a bit. I didn't even ask you if you had something to drink. Are you drinking black coffee like me? Are you suffering with black coffee? No, I'm just kidding. Because I am fasting today. Not the full day, but for a while. Let me tell you, cold black coffee is even better. All right, I'll let you guys go. I hope you have an awesome, awesome day. I hope to get on here in the morning. I don't know if I'm supposed to go into work or not. I have to figure out how to get on the schedule or how to look at it. I'm going to actually have to text the office manager today on a Sunday, but I have to because I don't want to not come in. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Remember, every moment is a new opportunity to start living your heart's desires. You know what you want. You know deep inside what to do and what not to do. I do too. And so I hope those things for you. I'll be praying for you guys. And I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great week coming up. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm getting ready to hit the button. Can you tell? All right. Bye.